All right, we should be. It says you're live. You're live.
Bet.
Well, I'm just telling you what it says on this thing. It says we be live.
We be live.
That's what it says.
Do we be live? Because
I don't know. It says we're live on here.
hello, there it is.
Did you find it?
Yeah. Nobody here,
Yeah.
according to
So-
me.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, it's a full impromptu situation, so if people are oh, there's
Somebody's
people.
here.
Hello.
Hello, Alex.
Can you hear us just fine? Alex, what's going on, man?
Yes, there it is.
Here it is, the Swayback. And I put out a little video, an unboxing video of this knife.
6 people. Hi, Bad Monkey.
And I was, I just decided that we'd try a little impromptu live here and talk about this knife. What's going on, Bad Monkey? And yeah, we'll dig into it. We're going to disassemble it, check it out inside and out, and talk about everything to do with the Swayback. So,
Hi, Mark.
if you
Sean.
if you guys, hey Mark, Sean, what's up? If you guys purchase a Swayback, I'm going to assume everybody's is going to come with a case just like this. It's a nice case. It doesn't have the little pockets inside, but the microfiber or fleece or whatever this is, yeah, it's definitely a nice case for sure. So, digging that.
Is this knife out yet? No,
Uh,
right?
yeah, I don't think. I mean, I know it'll be coming soon. No disassemble number 5.
No disassemble. Hi, Tad. Hi, Justin.
So, yeah, Justin Small, what up?
I'm gonna super chat us money.
Don't do that because then we'll just lose
I
money.
know. I'm just joking.
Here's the paperwork. If anybody cares to see that, you can pause on it or whatever. But definitely a cool knife and an interesting one. Marcin Sleesh or Swish or however you want to say it. I don't know exactly how it's said. Definitely has done some interesting designs, and the Swayback is another one. So you've got the Techno 1 and 2. You have the Spidey Chef
What's
and
up,
the
G-Man?
Swoosh Buoy. So Buoy, however you want to say that. Definitely some interesting knives. One of the things that I wanted to start off with are dimensions. We'll do a few size comparisons quick.
Hey, Spirited Blade.
What up, Ryan?
He pre-ordered one from
Pre-ordered one?
Blade
Yeah.
HQ.
So if anybody has the Spyderco Canis or Canis,
He wants to swap the clip too.
yeah, the clip. We're going to talk about the clip quite a bit actually because it's kind of interesting. But just to give you guys a few size representations or comparisons here on the Swayback versus some other well-known Spydercos and some other ones here. Here's the Caribbean. So the Swayback's a little bigger than I was expecting it to be. I think there's some information out there that is incorrect on dimensions.
Hi,
so
Bunyip.
so I'll tell you guys exactly what this knife measures in real life compared to what the internet says. But yeah, pretty good, pretty cool knife. Here does it with the bug out. So you can see.
You haven't really missed anything yet, BJ.
Yeah, we haven't really done anything special yet. One really good comparison is the Tucson TS 139. As you can see, both titanium frame locks, both Warncliffs, very similar in size, and pretty similar in pocket real estate as well.
Alex says it's bigger than he thought.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, me too. I did not expect it to be this large. And like I said, the dimensions that you see online are not, well, at least for my example here, they are incorrect. So what you're looking at here, overall length is 8.058 inches. You've got a handle length of 4.509.
Niner.
Niner. There you go. 4.509er. Blade length is 3.549er. Handle thickness is 495 thousandths. Blade stock thickness, measuring the full thickness here, is 137 thousandths. But you've got a beautiful, beautiful hollow grind on this thing that is very aggressive. And one of the thinnest behind the edge Spydercos I've seen to date. It's right about 16 thousandths.
BJ just gave you $10 shipping. No rush.
No rush. No rush. Okay. All right. Gotcha. Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Yes.
No, I'm not a veteran. I just like to say niner.
Yeah.
I just throw niners in whenever Justin's saying multiple numbers.
Yeah, I was doing some work a little bit ago for my actual job and given one of the girls in our customer service department model numbers, and my wife's in the background yelling out niners. So the finish on the blade is fantastic. It's a polished stone wash. It's kind of hard to show off, really, but I think it's a really, really good looking blade for sure. You know, it's glassy smooth, and it's the silky smooth. But you know, really nice stone wash on there. The lighting is not going to be cooperate here with this, but there's some interesting things that I've already noticed about this knife. I've only had it for a few hours, just came today, and yeah, we'll get into all of those things. I was kind of surprised to see the spoon clip on this thing. I hadn't really done a lot of looking at it online. I mean, I knew it was coming, but I hadn't really paid much attention to it. But to my knowledge, this is the only design from Marcin that has a spoon clip. All the rest have got wire clips, at least to my knowledge. I know the Chef did, and the Bowie, I don't have any of those here. The Techno 1 and 2, I'm pretty sure both of those also had wire clips. So it surprises me a bit that they did the spoon clip.
Yeah, Spirited Blade said they should have done the wire clip.
Yeah.
And Alex says no sharpening choil?
Nope, no sharpening choil. And they did a good job on the plunge, but you can see a little offset there.
BJ gave us $5 for insurance. Thanks, bud.
Yeah, thanks, BJ.
I'll ensure that you never get it. Got him.
Oh, here we go. So, yeah, you know, standing true to form with Spyderco, no sharpening choil. But otherwise, the blade is very symmetrical. The grinds are really, really good. The hollow grind on this thing is excellent. It's kind of hard to show off the hollow grind, but I was expecting this to be a flat ground blade, and it is not.
3D clip would have been good.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
I personally, I would have liked the wire clip. I think. You know, the wire clip functionally is fantastic. And I think it would have looked okay. Actually, we can find out real quick.
Ooh.
So, yeah, let's just see real quick if what this would have looked like with a wire clip on it.
Hi, killer fits.
So, it's an interesting knife for sure. I like the overall design of it. It's comfortable in hand. Molly doesn't like the feeling of the titanium. It's kind of a chalky feel, just the stonewash titanium.
I don't really like it at all. Anyway, just my opinion.
Yeah.
Justin wants to know if it's hollow grind.
It is. Yes. It's a great. That's one of my favorite parts about it is the hollow grind.
I gotta go beat a puppy.
Sorry,
I'm not
guys.
really gonna beat him.
The dogs. Anytime we do a video, the dogs start going nuts, which is a pain in the butt, but you know, it is what it is. So we'll see if on some of the Spydercos, I don't know if the heads on these screws are large enough to do this, but I'm gonna try, and we'll see what this thing will look like with a wire clip on it.
What's the behind the edge thickness on it?
The behind the edge thickness on this knife is 16 thousandths. So this isn't going to be perfect, but at least give you an idea of what it would look like with a wire clip. If I can get that in there.
Puppy's grounded. Naughty boy. Oh no. What did you say the stock measurement was?
The stock measurement is 137 thousandths, and it's hollow ground. Like I said, really thin behind the edge, 16 thousandths. So for a Spyderco, it's good. So that's what, you know, it would have looked like with the wire clip.
Not bad.
No, I don't think it looks bad.
Is that too far off the
Well,
scale,
yeah, yeah. No, it doesn't fit on this knife. I'm just saying, just for the look of it.
You ain't got to get attitude or no.
But I think it would have also worked well. At least in my left hand, it works well. Yeah, I think it would work well with the wire clip. I mean, it feels good in hand. Don't wrench on it too much, but see what you think in hand.
It's better.
You think it's
sure.
better? Okay. All right.
So
the wire clip, I think, would have looked fine. I just don't understand why they didn't do it, because every other Sleece design has the wire clip. And you know, somebody correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. I very well could be wrong about that, but
BJ says the spoon clip doubles as the over travel.
Maybe we'll look into that. I don't know.
And the blade length is 3.549er.
Negative. It has an over travel stop built into the. We'll see. I'll take it apart here in a minute. You'll see. But there's an over travel stop built into the hardened steel insert. So it definitely has over travel. Or doesn't have over travel. Has a stop in it. Hardware on this thing, I don't know. We'll check it out in a moment. I'm not sure if it's steel or titanium. I haven't checked it out yet. I'm going to guess it's stainless, but let's see here. What do I have?
I don't know.
You don't know?
What do you have? A cute butt. Dumb buns, hon. Do you have any lynch clips to see how they look on it?
I do not have a lynch clip here. I don't have any aftermarket clips.
Well, that is a bummer. Is a lynch clip a Spyderco thing?
No, it's an aftermarket clip. That they make Spyderco clips. It's kind of hard to tell here. Yeah, I think the hardware is stainless. I'm pretty sure. At least the clip screws are. But
do you want me to get my metallurgy kit out and test them?
Yeah, you should probably do that. Let's see here. So it's T6 body screws, T8 pivot. Okay, and
hi, Rodney.
Definitely the pivot is D-shaped. I can feel it. And let's just check the pivot screw. Oh, I don't know. It's really hard to tell. I'm gonna have to investigate that a little more on what the actual hardware is made of. But let's open this bad boy up and see what we're working with here. So, how many people have actually pre-ordered this thing? There were a few, I think, in there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Get a magnet.
I do have a magnet. That's what I was doing. But it's barely affecting the hardware with the magnet. Let's set that right there. So riding on phosphor bronze, got a internal stop pin that's mounted in the blade. It is, oh, it's screwed in.
BJ says he's got his on pre-order.
Right on. So the stop pin arrangement here is really interesting. I'm going to show you this real quick. So there's the washer.
Killer Fits ordered one.
Nice. So check out the stop pins here. It's super interesting. So you can see there's a screw here, right there, and a stop pin sticking out of this side. And then flip the blade over and another screw. So both stop pins, it's got two stop pins and they stick out opposite sides, and they're screwed in instead of pressed in, which is kind of interesting. You can see the detent hole there.
Is it ceramic?
Can't
the
really.
Detent?
Yes, detent ball is ceramic. I'll show you that in just a moment.
Be patient, BJ.
So, yeah, one of the real interesting things here is how chamfered all the holes are. This is by far and away the most chamfered blade I've ever seen come out of Taichung. Generally all these edges, are, especially around the spidey hole and the spine of the blade and stuff, is really sharp. This one's not at all. It's very, very, all the edges have been softened a lot, actually. It's quite surprising.
Tad said he was waiting on you to review it, and he'll get it on round 2.
In comparison to the Canis here, yeah, I mean, just the sharpness of all the edges of the blade. This is pretty standard Taichung construction, where the Swayback has been softened a lot. So
BJ
get this
says
oil off here.
He loves it, and he thinks it's better than the Drunken and half the price.
Yeah.
Crown spine or just chamfered?
It's just chamfered. There are, on the blade, you do have some swedge grind going on here from here to basically to the end of the blade. There's a pretty good swedge ground on it. And then you have this flat, but the top of the spine is flat. It's just the edges are really, really well chamfered. Here is the lock insert. Definitely has a ceramic ball and 2 screws there from the inside. So on the exterior, there is no hardware. Would have been nice to see them do an internal lock bar relief cut. That would have been cool. And, you just have some real simple barrel spacers. But not really sure what these two must have just been jig holes there, just for, fixturing and whatnot. But you've got one down here, and then these two. Really no lightening or weight relieving of any kind. And you can see the same fixturing holes right here. And another one right there.
BJ says that'll be sexy with a polished crown spine.
Yeah, I think so. It's really, I mean, the edges and the corners are really well chamfered. So, yeah, I mean, a crown spine I think would look nice on it, but it looks good the way it is. The blade on it is really nice. The polish on it's really good. The stone wash is done really well. So overall, I think, just from an aesthetic value, I think it's a really good looking knife.
It's all about the aesthetic.
That's right. It's sharp. I got a little cut there already. So yeah, I mean, I think it's a cool one for sure. I know that there was a ton of people that were really looking forward to this one, and
Alex says it's really well constructed. There's a lot more detail than usual on Spyderco's.
Yeah, definitely. With the blade and all the chamfering and stuff that's gone on, it just has a better feel to it.
Thank you, Tojo. And
hey,
Tojo wants to know if you got his package.
I did.
You finally came?
That was a different one,
Oh,
but yes,
gotcha.
yes, Tojo, I do have your stuff.
Free
So-
DNA test.
Yep, I will. I will get it done soon and get it back to you. Most likely, it'll be done this weekend, actually. So,
Oh, well, there goes my kitchen.
uh, so yeah. All in all, I think this is it's well constructed. There's no doubt about that. The stop pin arrangement is kind of interesting. I haven't seen them do that exact thing before, but I think I don't see any issues with it or problems.
Tojo, that just means that I don't have to cook this weekend. So it's really not that bad.
The stone wash on the titanium is very light. You have to really hold it up. I mean, really get close to it to really see the stone wash. But it does give it kind of a chalky feel. But all in all, I think it's I think it's a cool design for sure. Definitely one that people are gonna enjoy. And
It's interesting how they did the stop pin.
definitely, yeah, the stop pins, being coming out of both sides, and the fact that they are screwed in is kind of interesting. Generally you would see those just be pressed into the blade, or maybe even just loose in there. But these have screws coming from both directions, which is quite interesting. And they definitely polished the washer surface on the blade. That wear that you see on there now is not from the washers. That's just from the blade, or from the factory, because the washers don't have any wear on them at all so far.
BJ gave us $5 for
Holy cow.
Sir Muse-a-Lot treats.
Oh, gotcha.
And Bunyip says, not much support behind the bearing.
Behind the bearing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And Killer Fit says, I think I'll try and anodize mine green when I get it.
Nice. Yep. I think green would look cool on here. I mean, it's really a blank canvas. You could do a whole lot with anodizing on this guy. It is well contoured, so the scales, they're not flat on the outside. They are, flat on the inside, but yeah, definitely you could do a lot with anodizing on this thing. You got this kind of nice chamfered edge up here that works well for pinch grips and that sort of a thing. But all in all, I think it's well made. You can see the over travel stop right there, and it's got a pocket I don't know how well you can see that, but it's got a pocket that it falls into in the frame there. And of course, it is a D-shaped pivot. If you can see that on the scale or not, but the D shape, or the flat side, is pointed towards the back of the knife. So, I don't know how well you can see that, but it is D-shaped for sure. And I don't know if the pivot's one piece. No, it isn't. So the pivot is screwed from both sides. So it's just screwed all the way around. And
that sucks.
Yeah, it's screwed every direction. So it is just a barrel or a tube with hardware coming in from both directions. And let's see here. Yeah, the pivot tube for sure is stainless. The hardware, man, I don't know. So this is actually, I'll pull it out of here.
Spirited Blade says, I like the standoffs design of the lock bar insert, and that it's on PB washers.
Phosphor bronze.
There you go. Like I said, only major fault I see is the clip.
Yeah, and the clip. Okay, so the screws are barely magnetic, but
Thanks, Alex, with the poop emoji.
Hey, we have the poop knife here.
Yeah, get that.
So, Jesus. Sorry, I don't know what's going on, but somebody pulled in the drive or something. So the dogs freak out. Anyway, yeah, the clip, is kind of frustrating. I would have liked to have seen a different clip for sure, but it works well. It's comfortable in hand. with this clip, and I don't know that I would. I mean, I'd have to carry it a little more. I don't know that I would necessarily change the clip. I mean, my first gut reaction, I was a little surprised at how far the clip stood off the scales. It this bend or this dimension right here is a lot taller than say what's on the Mannix. So let me
I got a
show you
couple
here
things.
if I can.
BJ wants to know, has anybody else showed one of the Swaybacks yet?
I don't know. I haven't looked.
Alex is spamming us with poop emoji 99-cent super chats.
Okay. All right. Nice. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Lance asks, would you EDC this or a pair of two?
I'm the wrong guy to ask there because I'm not a big fan of the PM2. So, yeah. If you ask me between this knife and the Mannix, I think I would probably. Yeah, I don't know. I really like the Mannix too. I think it's a great knife. This knife, I like it a lot. I think it's great. I really like the hollow grind. I like the XHP blade steel. Yeah, I think it's a great EDC knife. Honestly, I mean, I haven't carried it at all, so I don't have any experience with it yet. But it's so similar to this knife as far as the cutting edge, uh, just kind of the overall aesthetic, or maybe not the aesthetic, but the functionality of the knife is going to be very, very similar to this knife right here. And you know, uh, a Warncliffe blade's just a really good usable everyday carry blade shape.
What's up, Winchester? Yes, someone said poop emoji. And Alex, who's giving us the poop emoji super chats,
Yes.
said, I pooped all over this chat.
Nice.
One more for good luck.
Beautiful. Thank you, Alex. I greatly appreciate it.
It's very kind, despite the poop.
So you're looking at 3.4 cutting edge. So, and I think online it said something like 3.3 inches on the cutting edge. So the dimensions that you see online are quite a ways off what the reality is.
Yeah, he does. Dad says Alex needs some kaopectate.
Some KO pectate, huh? But yeah, I mean, overall, I think it's a really great knife. I really like the finish on the blade, and just the overall feel in hand is, it's just got a really good, solid feel to the knife. So yeah, I think it's a good one.
They are cute poops, and they do smile. He's got a very excited look on his face. Like that.
Like that, right there.
Oh, that one's kind of sad and scared, actually.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh.
This is the paperwork for the actual. This is the actual poop knife. I bet Alex has a super impressive collection. I bet he doesn't have this. Alex, do you have the actual
Poop knife.
poop knife?
BJ says they smile and they smell. Yeah, kind of like my dog. He smiles and he smells.
Yep. So we'll get this thing back together and then we'll check out a couple of different things here.
Yeah, you need to level up your knife collection, Alex, if you don't have it.
Yeah, he does. If he doesn't have the poop knife, which I'm gonna say, I'm assuming he does not.
You don't know his bathroom habits. Lube it up. Come on, let's go.
Yep. All right, we're gonna throw a little KPL heavy in the old detent ball hole.
He does not have a poop knife, but he'd love to borrow yours. I promise I'll give it back after I'm
Beautiful,
done.
perfect. I appreciate that.
What flashlight you carry, Justin?
I carry a
All of the O lights everywhere at all times.
no. I only carry one Olight. But yeah, it is the S. I can't even remember what it's called. Yeah, I'll show you in a minute.
What pivot lube are you using?
That is KPL. I generally do the KPL original on the washers, which is what I just did right here, and then KPL heavy on the detent track. Seems to
Tier
work out well.
Tier 1, welcome, number 1. I didn't get to say that. And also, if you'd like me to go into great detail about what you use the poop knife for, I can absolutely do it. And I'll also draw you a picture if you want.
I just put the blade in backwards.
Why'd you do that?
I don't know, because it's a goofy design and it looks backwards.
Yeah.
Because that looks fine, doesn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, but I just screwed that up. Screwed that all up.
oh no. I just picked up an Olight Baton Pro. Any experience with that?
Baton Pro. No, I'm not super familiar with all of Olight's nomenclature, so I don't know. I'm not familiar with the Baton Pro or what that is exactly. This will help a lot if I put this together the correct direction. But the Olight that I carry is the little one. Like I have this one sitting here. This is just one around the house. I think this is the S2R Baton 2. But the one that I carry is the small one. And I pretty much carry it every single day. I use a light often for my job, and the battery is good enough to get me through the day.
Andy has an unhealthy addiction to not only knives, but lights.
I don't know about that.
Well, there's one thing I know. If I need to cut something or light this mother up, I know who to talk to.
Yeah, well, and Molly has a light that is the house light that she uses quite often.
Yeah. Yep, we've got that in the kitchen to grab to
I
take
can't-
dogs out at night and stuff. I can grab it if you want.
I don't even remember what it's called, but it's an O light as well, but a much larger, more substantial light.
You can get that green one in purple. Yeah, we were just talking about that earlier,
Yeah.
actually, Winchester.
I told Molly that they had it in purple, same model. I saw that advertised, and it's a good purple too. It looks pretty cool.
I've got the Seeker 2 Pro.
Seeker 2
No,
Pro.
Yeah, Pro.
There you go.
There it is.
So that's the house light. Just the whole docking station or magnetic charging works well. And this is a great little light. Obviously it's too big for EDC in this thing, but yeah, the little one that I carry is this same color, but it's the little guy, the S1R Baton Pro, whatever. I don't know what it's called.
Sean says, would y'all hurry up? I've got a Swayback unboxing video to finish watching. Did it center up well?
Yes, it did, but I'll show you that in just a moment. I'm just getting the clip back on here.
What light do you think is the best thrower?
That Seeker 2, out of the ones that I have here. I mean, I know they make way better stuff. But, I mean, if I'm going to throw one of these to hit something, I'm going to pick that.
Yuck, yucks.
Yeah.
Yuck, yucks.
No, but this light here has got, I don't know, I don't even remember what this thing is, like 3,000 lumens or something, and it throws pretty well for, far enough for what we're doing around here.
Yeah, it's perfect. I can see to the edge of our property and see where them damn dogs have gone to.
Yep. And so, I know that they have some models that, have a lot better throwing capability than that. But honestly, there's a point there, in my opinion, where it just kind of gets to be a little ridiculous because the lights can throw way further than you can see anyway. So I would rather light up what I'm actually trying to see.
Yeah. I like purple, Rodney. Tojo
centering
just ordered a
looks perfect.
P-Run Mini Orange.
Yeah, I saw those. The little
Is that how you say that?
pre-run, I think it is.
Oh, must have just misspelled maybe.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's
Typo.
pre-run, but I could be wrong on that. They're a 90-degree light, I think. Hold on just a second.
Once I get my Swayback, then all I'm waiting on is the Endura K390 and Dragonfly K390.
Yeah, I really like the K390 models that they're bringing out. I really enjoy the Ladybug in K390. Here's my light, by the way. That's the one I carry every day.
Rodney says the Warrior X Pro is a really easy carry light.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah, I'm
he
sure.
likes
I
that.
don't have any of the Warriors, but yeah, they look good. The pre-run, the little one pre-run, I think is about this same size, but the light comes out the side instead of instead of
Oh,
it being long
gotcha.
ways, the light is facing 90 degrees.
Yeah. Alex says that he loves you. Um,
You love me? Hey, hey,
he
hey.
said OCD love you, buddy. Alex, get
L-
out my man's DMs. And
love you too, sweetheart.
he's got to run. Thanks for sharing. He'll be in touch about the poop knife.
Perfect.
And by the way, did you get your mechanic
I have
cut?
not yet, man. It's still the tracking. It has not updated since April 25th, and I don't know what's up with that, but I hope that it comes soon. I don't know what else to say, but um, yeah, yeah. So I'll keep you posted on that. I hope that it shows up very soon. I'm jonesing to get my hands on some S125V, uh, but yeah, hopefully that thing surprises me. Hopefully tomorrow.
He said it's probably already there or almost there.
Yeah, I hope so.
It takes about a month.
Yeah. Well, it's been a little over a month, so I know. I mean, I know shipping was crazy and whatnot. I had another knife that the tracking didn't update, or the last update was also on April 25th. And for whatever reason, it never updated either. Also coming from overseas, different country, but it showed up about a week ago. So I'm thankful or hopeful that the mechanic will be showing up very soon. So centering on the swayback is perfect. It was very simple to take down and put back together. The Spidey hole on this thing is really small, so it
We just had a comment about that. It seems like access to the Spidey hole kind of sucks on this way back. How about the access lock bar?
lock bar access is really good, but the access to the Spidey hole is not so great for me. I've got big fingers, so
Bye,
I mean,
Alex. You take care too.
yeah. Later, Alex. Thanks so much, man. Have a great night. Have a good weekend. Um, the clip though was one of the surprising things. If you guys watched the little unboxing video I did, that as soon as I pulled it out, I mentioned how tall how far the clip stands off the scale, and it's shocking to me how good it feels in hand with knowing how far that clip sticks up off the scale. And I almost feel like it aids a little bit in control of the knife. It helps with the knife not pivoting around in your hand. Now, again, I haven't gone out and used this thing, but it's a really positive grip. Um, the This little choil area right here is kind of interesting. That choil is completely hidden when the knife is closed. It's on the right at the edge. I mean, you can actually feel it with your finger, but it doesn't stick out.
Andrew says put a deep carry clip on it.
Yep. Uh, but the choil definitely is functional and works, and provides you for a good place for your finger not to slide up onto the blade. There is no jimping of any kind on this knife, which it works well. I don't really see any issues with the knife ergonomically or functionally. And what I thought was going to be a hotspot with the clip really isn't. So, I totally understand people wanting to put deep carry or wire clips or whatever on this thing, but honestly, I think it's going to work well. It's not going to look bad in the pocket. This is what you're going to have sticking out. It's not going to be ugly. And, the three screws provide good traction to pull it out of the pocket.
Because everybody worries about how cute their knife looks sticking out of their pocket.
You have to accessorize. So,
Just a weird thing to hear you say.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really care about the aesthetics of
You're
it, but
typically like, look at all these fucks I give.
but there's, that's what you're gonna see sticking out of the pocket. Um, but there's definitely gonna be, people that want to switch that up to a deep carry and what have you. I'm just happy
BJ,
that they didn't.
give
What?
us more dollars.
Good
He
lord.
said, thank God the poop flinger is gone. Just kidding.
So I'm really happy that they did not prioritize the lanyard hole over the clip placement, which Spyderco has a bad habit of doing that. Ding, ding, ding. Um, so, they at least did this lanyard hole correctly and put it off to the side and put the clip in the correct position. But like I said, I have no doubts that there will be aftermarket clips for this thing, probably already available. I mean, I know there's going to be some Lynch clips and stuff that fit this pattern. I don't know, like the deep carry clips and stuff that they currently have for the Manix. I don't know how well that'll work. It should.
Andrew wants to
Yeah.
know if you're going to anodize this.
I will not be anodizing this knife because it is not going to be staying with me. So, I mean, if somebody wanted me to anodize one of these, I certainly could do that and do whatever you wanted on it. But yeah, this knife is not going to be staying in my collection. And yeah, so there you go. So if you want some ano work done on one, I can certainly hook you up. But I mean, it's a cool knife for sure. I like the overall feel. It feels extremely solid in hand. It's good in my left hand as well as the right with the clip in the right side position. It feels good both ways. The way my fingers land on the clip are good. I don't really have any issues with that. And I really would love to see Spyderco do some more hollow grinds. The Canis also is a hollow ground Warncliffe, which is a really cool knife. I certainly think that the Swayback is aesthetically a better looking knife than the Canis. What do you think? Do you have a preference on looks between these two?
I guess the I don't like either of them.
You don't like either of them?
Yeah. How's the thickness behind the edge?
Thickness behind the edge on the Swayback is 16 thousandths.
If I
So,
had to pick,
it's
if I
very good.
had to, it'd be that.
Yeah. This is one of the thinnest ground Spyderco